Now what is up everyone, hoping everyone is having a good one. If you are new here, end up enjoying today's content, make sure you hit that like button and red subscribe button before you leave. You can also follow me on all social medias at BladeMiss, same way it's spelled, on the YouTube channel username. Now, we got the negative to positive series rolling. We're on episode number 7. If you missed out on any episodes or want to watch from episode number 1, you can just click on the playlist in the channel. Now, a small little recap, negative to positive, our boy, the Prodigy. His record before he started running with us was 20 and 100. So what me and Prospect plan to do, or are trying to do I should say, is basically get his record positive before 2K20 comes out. Now, will we have enough time considering it was a negative 80 differential? I don't know. You're going to have to keep watching the series to find out, especially before 2K20 comes out. Now, another thing that makes it a little bit more challenging is the the rim protecting rebounder that I do have right now. The only way I can upgrade his attributes is by playing Park, Rec, or Pro-Am, so I can't play my career and grind out VC to actually upgrade him in terms of overall. That's unfortunate, but it's a challenge and makes everything a lot more difficult and fun in my opinion. Now let's get into the topic of discussion for everybody in the 2K community, which is basically the trailer that was dropped today. Now, if you haven't heard about it, 2K20, we got the MyCareer trailer, it dropped. Now, the storyline, it seems interesting. We got some pretty good actors, I want to say, in it. So, hopefully it has a lot of potential. And for those of you that grind out MyCareer or just enjoy playing MyCareer, hopefully it's interesting to you guys. Now, there has been a lot of discussion of whether or not we're getting the same parks. And some people have went ahead to try and basically dissect the video, saying, oh look, this building is in the neighborhood, and because this building is here and this building is in 2K19, it's gonna be the same neighborhood that we had previously. And I'm just like, whoa, you guys are really putting a lot more, I want to say, thought into having to play in new playgrounds than I believe you guys should be doing. What matters, especially in basketball, is the way animations are, basically the way your player jumps. Hopefully, in my opinion, one of the biggest things that they need to fix is when you're guarding someone and your player jumps the completely opposite way when trying to block them, etc. Sometimes you got layups wide open and you got slashers missing it, etc. Those are the biggest issues that need to be addressed. And then of course the layers and those that basically go ahead and just try to disconnect you every single time you're playing a park game. That is the biggest issue, and that should be the core that they should try to fix, just the gameplay in general, because that's the most important thing. At the end of the day, if any of us went outside, we most likely went to a select amount of parks to play ball or play any sport in general. So us playing in the same playground from 2K19, to me, it shouldn't really make that big of a difference, considering we've literally been doing it our entire life. And if not, then, you know, kudos to you. You've been traveling or you just don't go outside. That's pretty much the answer for it. Now, getting into the gameplay, we're currently winning 17-14. We're looking pretty good. Unfortunately, Prospect was having some issues. He was lagging, so we couldn't really depend on him to shoot. So I told him, hey man, you're gonna have to start slashing in, and then we're gonna have to depend on the Prodigy to actually go off and score, which was perfectly fine with me. As long as I got boards, I knew that the team would be good, and the Prospect is gonna hit, or the Prodigy, excuse me, is gonna hit the game-winning 3. As you guys can see, I got 10 boards there, so I had to be on the offensive big time. And now we're facing a little bit more of a difficult matchup, considering these guys have almost each, or if not each one of them, has at least 1,000 games played in the park. So, you know, it's not going to be super easy, especially with somebody that does not play park as often in the Prodigy. He's more of a, I don't even know what game mode he plays. I think it's MyCareer, to be honest. So clearly these guys know a little bit better finesse moves than him, and his biggest problem, his biggest issue is just staying in front of the defender. If he's able to stay in front of his defender, I can easily get box out. If he's able to box out his defender, I can easily go ahead and grab boards if I got my guy boxed out, etc. But sometimes it's just a little bit difficult for him, and that to me, or the move that I just performed right there, where you set a pick on the inbound and then rush to the paint, that is almost unguardable. And if you got a slasher, I don't even think that's guardable. Now, that's a pure rim protector hitting that shot right there. I was like, okay, you know, he hit a wide open three. That's a little weird. Now, I was watching a Duke Dennis video, and he said that the pure rim protector right there, or any pures like pure glass, etc., that don't really have shooting like that, that they're not going to be able to just shoot a shot like that and make it in consistently, which this pure rim protector was doing. As you guys can see right there, he took another three from the top of the key. He hit it without a problem. I was like, holy cow, you know, I'm giving him the three because I'm like, he can't shoot a three, and we're down 18-12 now, in particular because this rim protector has scored 6 points just by himself because we were giving him the benefit of the doubt. Now, I'm not sure if this team thought that they had already won just because they were up by 9 points basically, but we never give up. Most of y'all would have been like, you know what, we quitting. Y'all would have been fighting with your teammates. Nah, we out here grinding. I don't know how I got stripped right there, considering I didn't even dribble it. All I did was rebound the ball. That's another animation or gameplay fix that they need to do. And then we hit a clutch three, make it 21-20. It's a 1-point game. We know that with the three we die, so me and Prospect are trying to protect ourselves from any three falling. We got hit by 2 picks. Now, I didn't really get hit by a pick. I was getting dragged by my guy. But the Prodigy needed to be up there since his guy was setting the pick on Prospect. And this is what's difficult about running with somebody that's an amateur one or doesn't play Park too often. He does not know yet when it is right to switch, or he doesn't even switch like that, to be honest with you guys. But me, I'm a horse. Down there in the paint, I'm going to grab all the boards I can. I don't care if I'm a 70 overall. Heck, even when I was a 65 overall or whatever I started at, because I did play the Prelude games because this is a fresh PS4 account on the NBA 2K, so I had to play Prelude before I entered the park. I was just grabbing boards because I just know what I'm doing there. I used to be a stretch big though. That's the thing. I used to be a stretch big and I was still a horse. Now, we're up 8-2. It seems like a pretty easy game. And if there's nobody in the paint, I know what you guys are saying. Of course you're going to grab boards. If there's no one in the paint, who is really going to go ahead and fight you for the boards? And I completely agree with y'all. But even when there are people in the paint, you guys are going to see it in upcoming gameplay because we're going to be dropping gameplay non-stop. So make sure if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, that you go ahead and hit that red subscribe button right there. I was trying to get that little spin move dunk that people go into, but I guess this guy's dunking is not high enough to go ahead and do it, even though he's done it once before. We get takeover right there, pass the ball up to the Prodigy. I thought he was missing this shot, and he ended up missing it too. I was taking the shot right here, got a green bean release. It's 14-2 now. We're feeling pretty good. We're feeling pretty great. The team is basically quitting on them, and I would too. If I was losing 14-2, I would quit if I was playing with randoms and randoms only, because if you're playing with a team and you guys are just having some bad luck, then that's tough. But if it's not bad luck and you guys are just going ahead and missing shots but playing good defense, etc., it's 2K. Anything can happen, especially in this year's 2K. So you got to keep on going through it. 7-19, we're still popping. Give it out to the Prodigy. We were taking some nut shots. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And once we saw the score, we said, yo, let me try to hit some threes. Let me try to hit some half-court shots. So what you see right there is not a reflection of how they actually played, but how they played after they realized they were up by so much. So now facing a couple of pro players, some elite players, which I honestly don't know how some of these guys go elite with those records. I go inside to the paint. I see the Prospect wide open once again. He hits the three, no problem. I think it's scary how offensive interference does not happen as frequent as I think it should in this game, because most of the times I'm very, very close to actually offensive interference, and my opponents are too. So that's kind of scary, but it makes sense because, you know, we're not trying to actually jump all the way up there, but we do. And then he hits a three right in my face, slightly contested. He tries to hit another one. I try to grab the rebound knowing that Prospect, it's going to be a difficult situation for him. And that athletic finisher, which I believe it was an athletic finisher, he grabs both boards, and then the second one he doesn't pass out, he just dunks on Prospect. Prospect, green bean release, 7 points. I'm setting a pick for him, trying to get him open, trying to cut. The stretch big decided to go ahead and actually drop down to the paint just in case my cut was clean. Got wide open right there from the cut. Passed it over to the Prodigy. The Prodigy ended up missing his guy. I don't know where he went, but he lost him. He took that too. Could have probably had enough time to actually take a three. I was ready for the pass right there for that cutting pass, but my guy was facing the wrong way. And that's the thing that I'm saying. If they fix those gameplay glitches, it would be great. And if they did some animations where when you're stuck with someone else, it would try to get your character to move faster away from that person, or at least move that person out of the way, or something along those lines where you don't really be colliding like that, it would be great. Because in real life, that never really happens. And you know, it's too much to ask for from a video game. But I know 2K with the money that they have the possibility of making something like that happen. I dive for the ball, I pass it to the prodigy, wide open three, he's missing every single shot. The kid is selling, I pass it to the prospect hits the three, and another blowout game. So we've taken one L, and then every other team has not been difficult, and we've pretty much just blown them out of the water, which is what you like to see at the end of the day. So 11-19, I thought I was going to get the ball, get a chance to basically score, but the prospect says, nah, B, I'll take it out for myself, and I was perfectly cool with that. We end up taking another W. I don't show the record at the end of the video, so in the beginning of the next video, that's when you guys will see the updated record. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. Make sure you hit that like button and red subscribe button, and I'll catch you all in the next one.